We were two youth in a room full of adults, and it was kind of scary. To me, LOT is a government network of networks, because sometimes government's this huge octopus and it's doing so many different things and it completely forgets what the other half is doing.
I guess LOT would be, for me, it's this innovation.
I think LOT to me is kind of the product of the potential between government and the youth and what they can kind of create together.
An organization where I can meet with other youth and other government from across the province and collaborate on different projects.
What it tries to do is foster and support youth engagement activities, so getting youth involved in their own communities.
LOT to me is something that started out as a really small idea that was the idea of bringing youth organizations together. So it was a chance for us to collaborate on what was going on in the province and what youth were doing across the province.
I think what's different here is it's all about the two people that are in conversation and then taking what happens in that conversation back to the worlds they live and work in and making a difference with that.
Now it's turned into a multi-way conversation between government, youth organizations, and youth, where youth actually get to talk to people who are providing services or programs for them, as well as the programs and services can actually have youth opinion on their program.
There's a small little youth group happening called Youth on the Radar. That's when I met Ryan, and I worked with them for a while and they showed my creative skills, and then one day LOT happened, or LOT was about to happen. And I remember having the piece of paper slid over to me, and I remember looking at it and Ryan was like, "Do you want to go?" I read it over and I was like, "Sign me up, I'll go."
Well, I got involved because it was my work. We had a youth advisory council, and we had a second council that was attached to the work I did. And the roots of LOT were in that work. We brought them together to focus on that. How can we be better youth leaders in our work with government?
That if two councils working together can work and create more, then maybe if we had a whole network of youth serving organizations, maybe we could look at what the real issues are for youth in Nova Scotia and what kind of impact we could make if we could work together and learn from each other.
Well, the youth project got a meeting out of the Minister of Education. It was a really successful meeting. We talked about what the Department of Education can do to help with GSAs in the province, or gay-straight alliances in the province. And we talked about legislating or enforcing schools to help with GSAs and also allow them in schools. And that was a major goal that we had. And a couple of weeks later, we got to follow up with Minister Jennings about it, and it was done.
I got confidence in myself. I got the ability to develop ties and connections with people that I normally wouldn't have met in my everyday life.
Oh boy, well, I guess I get a bunch of things actually. Like I said, there is some innovation in it, so that's fun and that's exciting to be part of something that is new and different in government.
Part of it is more trying to create change for the whole province and for the youth in the future as well.
Beyond that, it's also kind of hopeful work.
It's a really kind of affirming experience for me because I know that youth can do a lot in their communities, and I know that there's government people who really care about what youth are doing and that they want to learn more and how they can help, and it was just this really awesome experience of bringing those things together, and it really proves that that idea can work.
Well, I think it's the premier youth engagement event of the year. It's sort of like being at the Oscars or something, you know. There's this, if you were standing on the moon and looking at Earth, you'd see this bright little light happening somewhere in Nova Scotia around that date.
It's just good for my soul. Just as a person, it's good to hang out with people like you and get to know more about what's going on, stay informed.